Okay, greetings everyone. This is First Centurion 753 with the next episode of Plutocracy, and this tutorial series that I've been doing, mostly just been giving advice on how to do things, going over the game, doing an overview here. There was a recommendation or a question on the channel, one of the last videos, by Malin Lativ. Sorry if I mispronounced the name there, but the suggestion was if I can make a video on how to make a company profitable. I think I'm going to go ahead and do a bit of a playthrough with the rest of this series. It still is in early access development, so I don't know if a new patch is going to screw up any saves that I have, but things have been going pretty good so far, and I think I'm going to go ahead and try to answer that question. I've been developing somewhat of a strategy for how to approach this game, or like an early strategy. And I've kind of outlined that here, so I'm going to take a look at how some company basics work, I guess, if real quick, and then I'm going to do a playthrough. And this is based off the last video that I did. If we go to management, here is where you can have influence over the company. Pretty much, if you're going to be able to make a company profitable, you really got to gain 51% or 50% plus one share in order to have some influence over. You can vote, and maybe you can influence people to vote. I don't really know how influential you can be in encouraging other stakeholders, like all these guys, not these guys, all these guys are, to vote the way you vote. I don't know if you can do that in this game yet. It would be interesting if you could, and hopefully maybe that's coming on down the line. But right now, if you're going to be the one making the company profitable, you really got to kind of take majority ownership in the company, and then you can do things like, I can't even do anything right now. I only have 1%. Oh no, this is Criterion. This isn't my company. My company is Electrorks. And so if you go here, you can use agents. This is mostly more to sabotage companies, I think, using agents. Changing CEO is something you can do early on. As a stakeholder, you can propose a new CEO. Of course, if you're going to get everyone to vote for him, that's another question, him or her. Development strategy. This is something what you can do if you're the majority shareholder. You can drag CEO to concentrate on different areas, on adjusting different company policies, and that's probably the best way to go about influencing whether or not. Well, that's maybe the most hands-on approach you could have to influencing companies' profits. Company expansion. This is something that you can keep encouraging to try to help grow the company. I don't know if there's any negative aspects to that yet in the game. Obviously, if the game does seem to go through economic cycles to some extent, and so if you're in like a downturn kind of, it's tough to tell, but if you're in a downturn and you try to expand the company, maybe that might cause some problems. But if this is changing the number of workplaces, so if you can keep track of basically the number of workers, like right now, Atlantic has maxed out the worker size. So obviously this company could expand probably, right? Other companies that are closer to that may want to expand before they actually get to it. Barnyard here, maybe could expand. Electrorks might be able to expand, maybe, I don't know. So, you know, it depends. And I haven't really fully investigated all the economic aspects here. But again, 50% and one share gives you the ability to influence development strategy, to help to expand the company. Government contracts. If you have good relations with the governor, you can get a government contract with your company. This you could do before you become majority stakeholder. So that would be one way to increase the profits, by getting a government contract. Government subsidies are another one. And that's by influencing the treasurer and influencing taxes. Lending, this one you have to vote on. Issuing share, this takes on more money. So again, it might depend on what the situation in the economy is. Issuing more shares would probably reduce the value of shares, and I think maybe you can issue additional shares to expand the financial capabilities of the company. However, may lead to loss of control over the company. So this is more skeptical. These are other things: mergers, trusts, cartels, and holdings. These are probably other things that will help to make the company more profitable. But haven't got there yet. So the goal of the playthrough will be to try to acquire a company, and I think we're probably going to target this one, and Atlantic, since it's so cheap at 610 market cap. And one of the big problems in here is you can only really influence or trade right now two of the investors, Juliana Collins and Dylan Brooks, who have accumulated 19% of the company, so you can't take it over. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this company and maybe target some of these individuals to reduce their influence. I may have to get somebody else too, so I can get 50%, but that's not going to be what our first focus is. The first focus is going to be more on what you should do at the beginning of the game. Immediately, you want to spend all your cash. I have 83,000 cash here. You don't really want to hold on to cash in this game because cash doesn't do you much. Cash is only good if you need to buy stuff. And early on in the game, you do not want to need to buy stuff. You need to have income. All right, so you don't go bankrupt. And you have operating expenses, you have taxes, and you have maintenance, and then there might be property and other assistance and everything. So you have like your own little firm here, kind of, and you have to pay for that. And in order to pay for it, you're going to need dividends. Right now, our dividends are only $4.93, so we need, and our expenses are $2,080. So we have negative balance. So we need to buy into more companies. And I found the best thing to do early on is to buy into the companies that are most profitable. Ideally, I like to hold maybe the top 3 most profitable companies. We can't get anyone from tech, but TV or Criterion would be 2 that we can go through. Let's go for the most valuable one, TV, and then we'll try Criterion as well. And we're gonna have to go ahead and buy shares from people. So you want to buy people. I think we've gone over this before, but economics will get you the cheapest price. And let's try this guy. Make a deal. Deal or no deal? Deal is off. Felt bad. He had a strong odor of alcohol on his breath. Okay, so that's a problem. Sometimes the traits will throw you back. 20% chance the character will not come to the negotiation because he's an alcoholic. So, tough dealing with that guy. We're going to go with the other one. Who was the other option there? Annabelle Jane. These are pretty expensive. But she's got diplomacy and she's expensive to deal with. Let's try this guy. He's got 15% of the company. Let's see what we can buy from him. And early on, you're not gonna have any dirt, or it's gonna be tough to help them achieve their ambitions. So early on, you're kind of just gonna have to buy stuff, and then hopefully we can make profit. So that's a 3,000. If we make this purchase, we're gonna have $3,600 added to our income, which is pretty decent. Let's see here. It's 43,000. Yeah, let's just even up that a little bit. So we had 83,000, right? Let's try 64,000. It's $5,000. I can even go a little more. 70. Yeah, I'm going to try to invest most of my money. That's going to give us $6,000 dividend. And we're going to go into a round of negotiation. I don't want to up the price, really. I'll go for this one. Let's give it a shot. Oh, it's going way too slow for me. Damn. Yeah, so a lot of this game is going to be back and forth with negotiations and things. So you're going to have to deal with a lot of that stuff. Let's see if we can't get Dylan Patterson. Dylan Patterson, make a deal. Yep, 70,000 works. 74,000 works. Alright, this looks really good. Reduced price and nothing added to the negotiations. Let's take a shot here. Come on, go quicker, man. Ah, okay, so we didn't make it we made it to no result. Let's try it again. Alright, let's see here. I will up the price in order to improve my chance of getting the shares, because I really do want to get shares here. Let's get there. I think we got it. Beautiful. Okay, so now we got $6,000 income. We control very little percentage. That's fine. And early on, I'm thinking you're probably going to end up not having a large portion of the companies that you're having that you own, and that's okay. That's okay early on because that's only 0.2% stake. But if you hold these more profitable ones, you're gonna have a lot more income, and that's what's most important early on. And as time goes on, you're gonna have different options that are gonna become available to you. Events are gonna occur. You're gonna have auctions. Auctions are important. It is important to acquire luxury items because you will need them to influence characters and help them achieve their ambitions, and then they will give you agents too, which are also going to be very helpful later on in the game. But there are different levels of luxury items. Some of these luxury items are pretty expensive. I think there's luxury items here. Some of them are pretty expensive, but some of them aren't as expensive. I don't think the alcohol stuff is as expensive. Painting, I forget. Coins are very expensive. Yachts are expensive. Horses, I think, probably are expensive. But things like cigars and fine china and stuff like that, they usually aren't that expensive. And the other thing that happens in the game, that I don't know if this happens just on the easy level, and if it continues in the harder levels or not, but early on in the game, you will get people offering to buy your shares of companies at a discount. And that is really good because you can immediately, once you sell it, buy it back. And that will, because since you sold it at a discount and you buy it back at a regular price, that will increase your stake in the company and improve your overall wealth. So let's go ahead and play the game, see if that happens. And it's really just a waiting game, because that does happen. You just got to kind of wait for it to happen. This is an auction. Alright, so you can try to buy some of these cheap things. This is market value. Starting price is 5,000. We've got 6,000. But it can go up to 10,000. So I'm probably not going to participate in this right away. I'm not going to worry about that, doing this stuff right away. First, early on, it's going to be more about selling some of these shares and then buying them back. So let's let some time go on. Alright, so there's not much you can do for influencing laws. What do we got here? This is another auction, it looks like. Tea set. Alright, this is pretty good, actually. So starting price is $9.97. Market price is $2,000. We can buy this pretty much for market price. So I'm definitely going to participate in it. Loyalty up. I don't know exactly how that matters, if that improves the person that you buy the loyalty from. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. Buy the item. Let's make sure we win this thing. There it is. Okay. Current bid is 129. We just missed it. Keep bidding. Keep yourself ahead of everybody. We've got the money to do this. And there we go. We have the tea set has been purchased. Alright, so we purchased the tea set for $1,790. It is a market price of $2,017. So we've got it still at a bit of a discount. I don't want to sell it right now, though, because I'm going to use it to influence people, help them improve their ambitions. Achieve their ambitions, which will improve my relations with them, my loyalty. Loyalty up plus 10. I don't know whose that loyalty up is to, because I don't know who that auction was. It didn't say anywhere. Unless it says it here. Maybe. Right there was the auction. Okay. So, greetings, Matthew Henderson. T-set was set... T-set was purchased at an auction in Illinois State for $1,790. And Gwen Spacey, best regards. I believe that's our secretary. Is that our secretary? Matthew Henderson, Matthew Henderson. Yeah, I don't know who that woman is. Can't click on her. If she's not the secretary, then maybe Gwen Spacey, right? Maybe we can look her up. Probably in this state, right? Can you look up people? This is a new tab, I think. Well, I don't know. There's not much there. State government. Yeah, that's her. That's our secretary. Okay. Let's go back to the office. Let's let some time pass. So we have our first luxury item down here. There's our tea set there. Alright, that's the end of the quarter. Dividends are paid quarterly. Dividends are paid quarterly, and so we just got our profits, and our income's going up, but we need income to go up more. So we will need to buy and sell more. Right now we have $7,000. Let's let time go on, because we're going to wait for someone to actually offer us. If they don't offer us, then we can try to go to people and take risks at selling things at an increased value. We have another auction going on here. Looks like Cigar Liberation. Cigars Liberation. This is too much money. We don't have the money to participate. We'll have to think about it. There is a law being passed here. Approves dismissal benefit. Without pay, it's rejected. Without pay, attract loan capital. Alright, now this is an event that's affecting our company, Electworks. Aiden Bailey, owning 22% of the shares, suggests getting a business loan of $423,000 at 30%. I feel like 30% is high. Usually I feel like under 30% in this game is good, but I feel like 30% is kind of high, but it's close. Net income will decrease. I really don't want that, so I'm actually going to vote against it. And this vote's always fun to watch. Or you could skip it if you don't want to watch it. Sometimes it does get tedious over and over again. And this is not gonna. Oh, it got approved! Wow. That's because the abstain votes do not count. All right, that's actually probably gonna hurt our income a little bit, which is unfortunate. Here's another auction. This thing is way too expensive. We're not gonna go there. And yeah, there's our income dropping because of that loan. And another quarter's gone by, and we didn't get an offer. Usually we get offers much more frequently. So I may have to go and sell the item. Or sell the shares. Find my own way to sell the shares at a discount price. You can, take risks in negotiations and stuff like that. We are gaining money, we're gaining income, that's a good thing. And we've been making some money, so I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. Thank you for watching. Just a quick overview, though. Again, the strategy that I put together, basically, you want to start by buying as many shares of companies as you can. You want to put most of your money into stocks, particularly ones with high profitability. And this one's great profitability. Look at that. We're up to 12%. That's fantastic. You want to maintain your profits so you do not go bankrupt, and wait for deals that will eventually come for people to buy your shares at a discount, or go into it and find ways to negotiate for a higher price. Once you're done with that, buy back the shares. Hopefully we'll be able to do that next episode. Buy back the shares in order to maintain growth. Maintain and grow stakes in profitable companies. Again, you want to get some of the top profitable companies here. Then go ahead and acquire luxury items, like these things. And you'll use that to influence different shareholders in companies, help them achieve their ambitions. Like buy, transport goods, weapons, trophies, etc. That will also help you acquire agents, which are these people over here. Over time, I'd like to accumulate agents to sort of build up my arsenal of influential people. So by helping people achieve their ambitions, you can get agents, and you can also increase the loyalty of these individuals to you. Once you have acquired a majority stakehold in a company, then the best thing is going to be to target other companies in the same state, but also in the same industry, like transport or oil. I think there's going to be more industries in this game as it comes along. You can use agents to do that. And you can also then acquire subsidies and government contracts using those agents as well, by helping them to help you influence government officials. So generally I have a basic strategy. I'm thinking about maybe writing it down and just posting it on Steam or something like that. But go ahead and comment down below, tell me what you think. Like the video if you did, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already and would like to see more. You can also hit the bell button for constant updates. And thank you all for watching. Hope you are enjoying it, and hope you all have a great day.